Friends, welcome to the G.C.E lessons. In this video, I'm gonna take you through the G.C.E Biology paper 2, which was written in the year 2020. This video might mark to a part 1, where we are just going to go through section A, question 1 to 3. Without wasting much of your time, let us start answering the questions. Section A consists of 44 marks. Answer all the questions in the spaces provided on the question paper. Question 1. Figure 1.0 shows a plant cell. So we have figure 1.0 showing a plant cell. We have A, part labeled B and C. So part labeled B, it is the word nucleus. Part labeled A or part labeled C, it is the word cell membrane. And part labeled A, it is the vacuole. So this question is falling under the topic cell structure and organization. And you must study all these topics that I'm mentioning, because it is very important. It does not miss in your final exam. Let us start answering the question. Roman numeral number 1. Name the parts labeled A, B, and C. So part labeled A, it is the vacuole. Part labeled B, it is the nucleus. Part labeled C, it is the cell membrane. Roman numeral number 2. Name the organ in the plant in which figure 1.0 is found. Give a reason for your answer. When you have mentioned the organ, you should also give the reason for your answer. So, the organ is leaf, and the reason for the answer, this plant cell, it is found in what? In the leaf. It is a parasite cell, is found in the leaf, and the reason for the answer due to what? Presence of chloroplast for photosynthesis, and it has parts of a plant cell, and it has what? Parts of a plant cell: nucleus, vacuole, cell membrane. Usually a plant cell, it has a nucleus, vacuole, cell membrane. Alright, let's move on to question B. Describe 2 adaptations of the cell in figure 1.0 which enable it to carry out its function. What does the cell have which enables it to carry out its function? These are called what? Adaptations. So adaptation 1, it has what? Chloroplast for photosynthesis. It contains chloroplast for photosynthesis. Adaptation 2, it has a rectangular shape for increase in surface area. Alright, let us move on to question C. Explain what would happen to the cell in figure 1.0 above if it was placed in a test tube containing distillated solution. So you need to understand what would happen if this cell was placed in distillated solution. Now, what is distillated solution? So distillated solution, it is also called what? Hypotonic solution. And when you place a cell in hypotonic solution, it starts gaining water by osmosis. So this cell will gain water by osmosis and becomes turgid. And this cell, since it is a plant cell, it will not burst due to the presence of cell wall. So here you say the cell will gain water by osmosis and become turgid. It does not burst due to the presence of the cell wall. Alright, let us move on to question 2. Figure 2.0 below shows the internal structure of a tooth. We have part labeled F, D, E. Figure 2.0. So part labeled D, it is the what? Nerve. Part labeled E, it is the dentin. Part labeled F, it is the enamel. Let us start answering the question. Name the parts labeled D and E in figure 2.0 above. So part labeled D, it is the nerve or nerve ending. Part labeled E, it is the word dentine. Question B, Roman numeral number 1. Explain what happens to the part labeled F during tooth decay. What happens to the part labeled F during tooth decay? 3 marks. So in order for you to get this full 3 marks, this question is just trying to tell you to describe what happens during tooth decay. What is tooth decay? So you say part labeled F represent the what? Enamel. During tooth decay, acid produced by bacteria in the mouth dissolve the enamel, dissolve the part labeled F. And after that, this causes small holes, cavities to form, which may later expose the dental and pipe, leading to the pain and infection. So in order for you to get a full 3 marks, you need to explain all this. As for me, I summarized this, but you should know the tooth decay process. So I just say enamel is dissolved by acids from bacteria, forming cavities, light. So finishing this sentence, just include it later expose the dental and pipe cavity, resulting into painful and infection. You might be able to get a 3 marks. Remind you number 2. Looking at the shape of the tooth in figure 2.0 above, suggests the role it plays in digestion of food. What is the role of this tooth in digestion of food? So you say the tooth, it is the what? It is the molar, because it has a bronze surface with cobs. So it is the molar. So what is the law of the molar? You know the law of the molar is grinding and crushing what? Food into smaller particles, make swallowing and digestion easier. So it plays a role in grinding and crushing of food into smaller particles. Let's answer the last question. Complete the human dental formula below by filling in the missing numbers G, H, and J. So dental formula, you need to know the dental formula of human, the dental formula of a cord, the dental formula of a dog. So a dental formula, it is just a jewelry that represents half number of teeth in any living organism. So this dental formula of human represents half number of teeth. So we have G, H, J. So G should put what? 2 to represent double all the teeth to give us what? Teeth 2. H, which is the canine, we have 1, 1. Premolars, we have 2, 2. Molars, we have 3, 3. Let me show you how this teeth 2 is brought about. So we have said J, G2, H1, canine, J, 3, molars. So say, let a 2 open bracket 2 over a 2 comma 1 over a 1 comma a 2 over a 2 comma a 3 over a 3. So when we put a 2 here, 2 plus a 2, 2 this form incisor plus a 2 another one on bottom to give us a 4. A 1 up, a 1 down to give us a what? A 2. Then a 2 up, a 2 down, it will give us a what? A 4. A 3 up plus a 3 down, it will give us a 6. Then when we add 4 plus a 2 plus a 4 plus a 6 to give you what? A 16. Then when we multiply 2 times a 16 to definite to give you as what? A 32. This is how a 32 is brought about. Alright. Let's move on to the last question. Question 3. Figure 3.0 below shows a section through a nephron. We have the nephron, the basic function of a kidney. So this topic is falling under excretion. And when you are studying excretion, make sure that you starting from the definition and know all the parts what get to occur during the excretion. The formation of urine, the excreted product, the excreted organs. You need to know all that. The 4 stages during the formation of urine, the ultrafiltration, the selective reabsorption, the osmoregulation stage, and the secretion stage. Alright. So let us answer the question. Name the part labeled J, K, and L. So the part labeled J, it is the glomerulus. The part labeled K, it is the Bowman's capsule. The part labeled L is the collecting duct. Question B, Roman numeral number 1. Suggest 3 substances that are not filtered out at J. What are the 3 substances that are not filtered out at J during ultrafiltration? The filtration of small molecules such as glucose, excess water, excess salt, and what? Urea. So you discover that there are some of the large molecules that don't pass through the glomerulus. They remain in the glomerulus and get back to the body to perform other what specific function. So we have substances such as the what? The red blood cells, the white blood cells, the plasma proteins or blood platelets. So these are the large molecules that are not filtered out at J. B, Roman numeral number 2. Explain what would happen at J if the coloring of the blood capillary was increased. What would happen at J, at the glomerulus, if we increase the coloring of the blood capillary? So increase of the coloring of blood capillary result into increase in pressure, which may later result into more ultrafiltration. So you say the pressure would increase, resulting into more ultrafiltration. Right, let us answer the last question now. Distinction students. Name the hormone that causes the reabsorption of water in the kidney and the organ where it is produced. Name the hormone that causes the reabsorption of water in the kidney and the organ where it is produced. You know that the reabsorption of water takes place in the lobe of what? Henry. So we have the hormone that get to be produced when water levels are low. So this hormone is secreted by what? Pituitary gland, the part inside the brain. And the hormone is called what? The antidiuretic hormone, which is also known as what? The vasopressin. And the organ, I've already said the organ, it is a what? It is the brain. And inside the part of the brain, there's a part of the brain that produces this hormone known as the what? The pituitary gland. Okay, guys, what I can, the advice that I can give you is that when you are preparing for your final exam, based on biology, you should study everything. You might not know what the examiners may bring, so study everything. Make sure you share this video, and if you have any question, just WhatsApp me or contact me on the number which is appearing on your screen. Thank you guys for watching. That's it for today's video. See you in the next one. Bye bye. This has been Andrew now.